All right, we are live. Welcome back to everyone that's been part of the Mr. Rent to Own Home show before. If this is your first time watching our video, my name is Dominic Danino, aka Mr. Rent to Own, and in this episode, as we close out the year, roughly about a little bit over 20 days so left. I want to talk about what could an agent or lender do to get a deal tomorrow. And when we say tomorrow, I mean not literally tomorrow, but try to get a deal or two before the end of the year is out, right? So you want to close out the year strong. You want to do everything you can. I know a lot of people take time off during this time of the year, so I've heard it be called by Ed Mylett. If you guys know who Ed Mylett is, this is separation season, right? This is where the pros separate themselves from the Joes, right? While everybody's being lazy, getting fat and happy on cookies and all this other stuff, and kind of take the gas off the pedal. The people that are high performers push the gas up because all the competition is out of the way. They're sleeping in late. They're not doing what they're supposed to be doing because they view like the market is shut down. Nobody's doing any business, right? Well, this is an opportunity for the go-getters to actually get some business done still. Holidays before the year ends out. So today I am joined by James Brown, real estate investor, real estate agent from Colorado. So welcome back, James.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Yeah, Ed's got a good point there with that. I've got so much stuff I'm trying to do. Yeah, like I gotta just keep the foot on the pedal for sure. So yeah,
right. And if we think about general momentum, right? So let's say you're riding a bike or you're doing anything. If you stop completely to a halt, then it's kind of hard to get back going and get that momentum again, right?
Yeah.
So for the people that are taking their foot off the gas, and then they're gonna start out in the first week or second week of January again. They've wasted this whole month here, and then now you got to kick that up again, right? Because things don't happen immediately if you stopped.
Yeah.
Right? Just like any marketing, you kick off marketing, it doesn't happen instantly or the next day, right? It takes momentum and it takes activity to kind of start building up that funnel, right? And to kind of create activity again. So if you take off the foot off, if you stop doing any marketing or whatever you're doing during a whole month of, from Thanksgiving all the way to New Year's, I mean, it's going to take you till March to kind of get things ramped up again, right?
Yeah.
And that's the last thing you really want to do, especially in this market when activity for the year has been down, right? We've had a 30-year low in total transactions. Rates haven't been cooperating, right? So total activity is down. So maybe with people are like, oh well, I'm just going to wait till next year and things are going to change next year. But are you still doing what you should be doing now to kind of create that momentum, create that activity, generate your funnel, your lead sources, whatever you're doing? Start even if you take some time, add planning for your 2025 goals, right? So I'm working on those. So I like to get those done before the end of the year out because I want to know, or I want to have a target to shoot for as I go into 2025.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like this time because it starts getting quiet, less emails and texts and phone calls. I'm like, sweet, I can get caught up and do some stuff that normally I'm getting distracted. I need to sit down for 90 minutes, at a time. Same with weekends. It's that's usually a good time to catch up. Although I'm like everybody else, I want to go hang out with my friends and go dirt biking or whatever I like to do. But I always have to weigh that. Like I could be catching up and really making a big difference in my business if I'm.
Yeah, you got to stick to your discipline or apply the discipline to still, don't take the month off per se in that sense.
Yeah.
And be what's the word I'm looking for here? Don't stop your activity. Be hyper focused. Be intentional.
Yeah.
Being intentional is the word I was looking for, right? And while others may have slowed down, here's an opportunity so I want to talk about a few things that people can do.
Yeah, let's get into it.
So, all right, so I'll start with one and we'll kind of go back and forth and see, and you throw out stuff and I'll throw out stuff, right?
Yeah.
So since everybody else is at home eating cookies and bonbons or whatever it is, right, because they've taken the gas off the pedal, you should be reaching out to them because you're going to be able to get a hold of them. Right? If they're not out doing open houses or hitting the pavement, basically, as we say, then they're going to be home. So this is an opportunity to do your outreach, right? Your networking. So if you're a lender, reach out to your agents, reach out to your clients. If you're an agent, reach out to your lender partners. What are they working on? What is their plan? How are we going to collaborate for 2025 to do more deals? Reach out to past clients, right? And it's a great opportunity to open up the conversations and say, hey, happy holidays. How you doing? How's the family, right? What are your goals for next year? Or, hey, how's the house doing? What are you expecting changes in the market? Looking to make a move over the next 12 months. How about, do you have any friends or family that are looking to make a move, right? And ask for those referrals, right? So this is a time period where people are more open to socializing, right? Socializing, and they're going to pick up the phone. Obviously, you want to make it personal, right? Don't just hit them upside the head with like, hey, do you have any referrals for me, right? But take the time, because as it is slower, then you have the capacity, since you don't have 3 contracts working and you got to get this inspection done and you got to go show this house. If things are slowed down, then take the time to actually connect with people. Right. Yeah. So since they're slowing down, it gives you the opportunity to kind of be able to actually connect, reach them. They're going to answer their phone. They're going to have more time to actually spend with you instead of them trying to rush you off the phone and you trying to rush off the phone too. Right. Yeah. So this is a good time to build those relationships and use it as an opportunity to get referrals if you have clients. And then also reach out to your business partners or make new business partners, right? People are posting on social media, connect there. So anything you want to add with that, or any ideas you want to throw in there?
Yeah, I think we should talk about specifics, how we can work together, agents and lenders. But while it's top of mind, so one of the things that I say in the continuing education class I teach about rent to own is, there's a lot of people that are having to get out of the business. They've got a database of people that could be helped. So if you're still in the business, reach out to those people and see if you can work their database. Or, you might be an agent and a lender. Maybe they're busy. They're going to take time off, during the holidays. Ask them if you can kind of go through their database and see if there's anybody work their database, or the same with a lender, kind of combine. You can go either way. But then another thing that we can do is we can do some co-marketing. So lender and agent team up and send out a blast to both of your databases. Hey, here's a rent to own option for you clients that, got turned down by the lender. So that's a huge one. Like we can do that with back and forth with anybody. I'm an agent, you're a lender. So
yeah. So for those people out there, right? So let's set aside the fact that you can work with us, right? But you should be thinking about your marketing plan for next year and who else is involved in that, right? And take the time to actually start working on that. Not only your own personal plan for 2025, but also, hey, me and James are going to work on this, and we're going to do this marketing track or this, or reach out to this kind of people, or we're going to work on a project. But let's get together, take an hour, and kind of plan it out. Who's going to do what, and so forth, and set that schedule up going into next year. Right. Yeah. Since at this time, most people have the capacity to do so. So whomever your partners are, then this is what you should be working on, thinking about, not waiting till January 1st or 2nd to say, okay, let's get together today. Right. It's like, well, no, the year already started. You should have been up and running already. Right. Should be going already. So December is the time to go ahead and work on those if things are slow. Yeah. And for you, and they may be slow for other people too. The other thing go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say, so I was talking database there. So that's one thing, can hit both databases, lender and agent, right? Other ways, we got social media, can run ads. You and I teach classes. There's a lot of ways to connect directly with buyers or with other agents and lenders, but you can upload a custom audience to Facebook. So you take that database, upload that to Facebook, run ads that get in front of those people. Also, do social media, and we can help come up with scripts. You could do a short video, just throw that on your personal page or your business page, things like that. So,
somebody calling right now.
I had that silence. Yeah.
See, I was like, let's go.
Yeah.
Right.
My insurance guy.
So yeah, right. So, whatever your method is for marketing, whether it's paid or unpaid, don't slow down, don't stop. Or if you're going to kick off something new, or you have stopped for the last 6 months because your budget doesn't allow it, because your transactions now, whatever it is, start thinking about what you're going to do next year. For some of you, it may just be, maybe it's time to get out of the business. I mean, that's just the truth. As a matter of fact, as I'm doing my continuing education classes, this is the time of year when people start trying to decide, we're going to continue, not continue. I read a stat where we dwindled down to probably about 850,000 lenders across the nation. So a lot of people are not renewing their license for 2025. So, and that's opportunity for the ones that are going to staying in, that are going to continue going, right? So expectations for next year, who knows, right? Some people are saying this, some people are saying that. Can't really predict the future, right? You can only go, basically do a best guess, but worry about what you can control, right? Which is you. What's your output?
Yeah.
Right? Versus whether the market shifts or not shifts, or is it better or worse, whatever, right? If you're consistent with your own output, then you're going to have results.
Yep. Yeah. Now's the time to gain more market share for when it does come back.
Yeah.
You're stuck with it. And
yeah, because if you're still in the business, right? We just talked about momentum. So let's say rates drop to 4% or 3%. Well, if the number of lenders or agents has dwindled down to, let's say, 50% of what it was at the top, it's probably closer to 40, not less, right? So let's say the market just starts to steamroll again. It's going to take all those people to come back in, get their license renewed again, go through that, get lined up with either a real estate company or a brokerage or a lender, get up and running, create their funnel again, create the activity, because nobody just buys or refinances or gets a loan day one when you start marketing. So that funnel is going to take a while to kind of start to build momentum. So the people that are already in are going to have a leg up on that.
Yeah.
Big time, right? Because they're already active.
Yep.
So
got to stay in front of people.
Yeah. Yeah. You got to remind them, hey, I'm still here. Yep. I'm still doing business. Share what you've done. Share what you're working on. right? Let them know they may not need you today, but at least if you're top of mind when they're ready to go, it could be on January 2nd, right? And I think now that we've passed that lull of the election and got into the holidays, right? So I think there's a little bit of momentum from that standpoint. I think people are like, okay, that's over with. I got to move on with my life. I still have life events. I still want to buy a house, or I still got to move, or I'm still getting divorced, right? Or I'm just getting a job relocated, whatever's happening, right?
Yep.
People still have to live their life. And even though most people were waiting for some kind of outcome with this, but now it's go time again. So don't use this opportunity to kind of get prepared, implement, act now, don't wait, and keep that momentum going. Otherwise, it'll be tougher to just kind of start from scratch again. So
yeah, totally.
Any other tips you want to add? Anything else that people could be doing?
If you have listings, this is what I do. If it's a good fit for rent to own, I put in the listing terms that it's available for rent to own or lease option or whatever your MLS calls it. And then if it, like I say, if it's a good fit for rent to own, then we can go over that. But you might be able to drum up some potential buyers that are actually looking for that option in the MLS. And if so, we could come in and buy the home for that buyer, or maybe a different house, right? So might not necessarily be that house, but it's a way to generate some leads of people that need to do rent to own.
Yeah, if you're already not doing, or if you're not doing that, you're missing out on an opportunity.
Yep.
Not just to open your property, your listing to more buyers, but also potentially get new buyers that may not be working with agents.
Exactly. Yep. Every time I have a listing, I get calls. Some of them are investors.
Yeah.
They're looking for creative financing deals. But that opens up other opportunities with potential investors that you can work with too. So it's all good.
Yeah, and that's an opportunity to, if you're an agent that doesn't work with investors, you should be, right? You either learn, open your mind to it, and kind of have a conversation, right? It doesn't hurt to have a conversation. If you're an agent and you get a call from an investor, try to learn what it is that they're trying to accomplish, right? Maybe they can teach you something. Maybe you can take some notes and say, oh, well, I don't know about that, or let me go find out from my broker, right? Or I need to do more research on that, and let me get back to you, right? Because you may not have been exposed to that as an agent. And this may be the opportunity to kind of learn a new skill, right? And then now you have a client, and typically investors are not going to be, oh, I'm buying one house every 20 years like a traditional consumer.
Right.
Investors buy multiple houses multiple times a year. So think of it that way, agents. You're somebody that is giving you an opportunity to do multiple closings, right? Do multiple transactions. Now you got to learn the way that they're doing it, or what's their strategy, what's their goal, right? Are they looking for traditional rentals, long-term tenant? They're looking for short-term rental property, mid-term rental property, co-living, or are they going to looking for fixers for fix and flipping, right? Or renovations, or maybe they're doing ground up construction, or whatever their method is, right? Find that out. And if you don't know what that is or what that means, don't be afraid to not know, right? Because a lot of agents, when they hear stuff like, oh, they really don't know, but they say no because they don't know, right?
Yeah.
Try to learn, be open to it, right?
Yeah.
Nobody has all the answers, or not everybody started knowing the answers, right? We didn't start knowing all the answers, or we didn't start knowing all the methods that are used from an investor standpoint.
Nope. We're learning. We're constantly learning.
Absolutely. Right.
Constantly, yeah.
You just shut my ears or my head, or shut myself down to like not listening. I want to learn, and just close myself as, oh, that's not possible, or that's illegal, or whatever, right? Whatever misconception you have out there, then I would have never evolved. I wouldn't be today where I am. You wouldn't be here, or you wouldn't be today. We would have never met. Right?
That's true. That's true.
Right. So think of it that way. If you get calls from investors, you work with investors, like, don't close yourself up and try to learn. And if your broker is a broker that doesn't want you working with investors for whatever reason, maybe you should be looking for a different broker. I think brokers that are savvy, that are go-getters, that are open-minded, are going to be ones that are going to support you, because they're probably working with investors too, right? But they know investors, right? So there's plenty of investors that are licensed, just like yourself, right? So does it make it illegal, right? So I mean, that should be a clue to you, right? It's like, if an investor can be licensed, or a licensee is also an investor, then obviously they have some rules that they have to follow. So it can't possibly be illegal. Right. So think of it that way. So open your mind to it, create opportunities to kind of build more relationships, and potentially, just be open to collaborating.
Yeah. Go to your local RIA events, Real Estate Investing Association events. Just Google it, meet up.
Yeah, those things have been around forever. It's like the 70s, right? Yeah. So if they've been around since the 70s, could it possibly be illegal? Right? I mean, really, right? So yeah, if you business is slow this month for you, agent or lender, look up your local RIA, and they're probably going to have a meeting or two, and go and show up and listen and learn and talk to people. Talk to people, connect. It's like, oh, what are people doing? It's like, oh, well, maybe something I can learn or implement, or market to, whatever it is, right? Offer your service. You say hustle, but you gotta show what you got, right? You gotta bring your skill sets to the table. Communications, selling, networking. Bring value. Yeah, that's what we say. Bring value, right? So don't just be one of many.
No.
Anything else you want to add?
I think we covered a lot of good ones.
Yeah, so don't stop. If you stopped, or you quit marketing, if you quit doing your videos or posting, or doing lives, right? Do lives, right? So don't stop. Otherwise, your momentum going into 2025 is gonna be halted. So
yeah. If anybody has ideas for this show, reach out. If you got questions about how to market and dive into some of these things we talked about, reach out too. And spitball, maybe do some co-marketing, share what we use, that kind of thing, scripts, whatever.
Yeah, definitely. And if people want to do that, James, as we wrap this up, we'll try to keep it short, since I kind of just want to hit this bullet point. How can people get a hold of you?
Go to Linktree/partner with James Brown. It's on the screen if you're watching.
Yeah.
Video, so.
And for those who want to get a hold of me, you can look me up or hit me up on DM on any of the social medias, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, at Mr. Rent-to-Own Homes. And my website is rent2ownhomesus.com. That's our website for a rent-to-own homes program. There's a video explainer halfway down the page. Watch a quick video how our program works, and then enter your information if you want us to reach out to you, whether you're an agent or a client, or you can DM me, or in my bio, there's my phone number and email as well. All right. Until next time, James, we'll see what we can come up with for next one. I think I have another good one that we could talk about. So, all right. That's it for today, everybody. Thank you all for joining me. Again, my name is Dominic Danino, Mr. Rent-to-Own Homes. And that's it for today. See ya.